tell our audience what was the first thing that got you hooked in the paranormal?
Everybody says, like, what's your first story or what's your first encounter? Um, what got me hooked into the paranormal? I'll start by telling you guys that the abilities that I have are something that I didn't ask for. I was born in the 80s and grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and that was like a big hush hush. So, um, I got my gifts from my mother, who got it from her mother, and that just climbs the ladder all the way up to 10 generations prior to me. The Pilgrims came over on the Mayflower, and through that bloodline, I've had a few different family members accused and executed in the Salem witch trials. But my first vivid memory of seeing somebody that, wasn't there, or a ghost, was around like 18 months old, and I would sit up every night and I would say goodnight to this man who would walk out of the bathroom into my bedroom and then out the bedroom door, and he would wave to me every night and say goodnight to me. So, um, my mom would always tell me that ghosts weren't real and to go to bed because she didn't want me to be afraid and she wanted me to just kind of, you know, be normal. But it wasn't until I was 7 that I realized what death was and had the encounter with Sir Simon. She passed when I was 7, and I saw her living one moment and then not the next. And I was able to communicate with her and pass messages back and forth between her and my mom. But I was like, okay, this is a weird thing. And now I understand that everybody I've seen so far is not living. And I kind of kept it to myself as long as I could. And middle school was rough. But even from a young age, I loved history. And I always had an interest and a love of history and just things that were odd. Everywhere he went, he collected a ghost story. And I
Hmm.
remember being about 3 years old, and I found, like, everybody has that drawer in their house that, like, you open it and it just had a bunch of printed pictures in it. So I was like, why, what's wrong with the colors with these? And he said, oh, that was taken with infrared film.
Wow.
So in my whole life, my dad shared his love of history and paranormal with me. So it was just always a part of my life. And I'm like, holy crap, there's other nerds out there just like myself that I can talk to about this. And I was so excited. And that's kind of where my love finally took flight, was, oh my God, there's other people out there that are just like me.
Awesome.